7 morning habits that secretly shorten your life after 70. Do you ever wonder how much your morning routine is quietly shaping the rest of your life? For many of us, morning is a small, ordinary part of the day. A cup of coffee, a quick news check, maybe a slow shuffle to the chair. But for people over 70, those small choices add up. They affect energy, balance, heart health, mood, and even how long we live. Today, I'll walk you through 7 morning habits that sound harmless, maybe even normal, but which can shorten life if they become daily routine. More importantly, I'll give clear, practical alternatives you can try tomorrow morning. These are gentle changes, proven by common sense and clinical experience, meant to help you age with strength, clarity, and dignity. Habit 1. Skipping breakfast, the hidden loss of fuel and muscle. Meet Harold, 74. He tells himself he's not hungry and has coffee alone most mornings. Over the years, he notices he feels faint when standing quickly, and his clothes hang looser. He assumed this was just getting older. Why it matters? After a night of fasting, your body needs energy and nutrients to maintain muscle, stable blood sugar, and brain function. For older adults, missing breakfast regularly can worsen muscle loss, known as sarcopenia, lower energy, and increase risk of falls. Protein in the morning is especially valuable for preserving muscle mass. What to do instead? Aim for a small, balanced breakfast within an hour of waking. Examples: a bowl of oats with a spoonful of Greek yogurt and berries, a boiled egg with whole grain toast and tomato, a smoothie with milk, banana, and a scoop of protein powder. Even a simple snack, cottage cheese and fruit, or a nut butter on toast helps. Practical tip. If appetite is low, spread protein across small bites, half a banana plus a handful of nuts now, a small cheese and cracker 30 minutes later. Preparing grab-and-go options the night before makes this easy. Habit 2. Starting the day with stress. News, worry, and a racing heart. Mary, 72, used to turn on the morning news while still in bed. Headlines and urgent updates filled her first minutes awake. She says she felt tired all day and her heart seemed to pound more easily. Why it matters? Stress first thing elevates stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Over time, repeated morning spikes increase blood pressure and strain the heart, worsen sleep quality, and make anxiety more chronic. For older adults with cardiovascular risks, this pattern can be dangerous. What to do instead? Design a calm 5 to 15-minute ritual before the news. Try mindful breathing for 3 to 5 minutes, gentle stretching, or writing 3 things you're grateful for. Consider delaying news and email until after you've moved, eaten, and had a moment to breathe. Simple routine. Wake, drink a glass of water, do 2 gentle stretches, sit and breathe for 3 minutes, then enjoy breakfast. This small buffer helps your nervous system settle and your heart start the day kindly. Habit 3. Ignoring hydration. Thirst that looks like weakness. George, 76, often waits hours before drinking. One morning, he stood up too fast and felt dizzy, a frightening fall that could have been worse. He learned later his body was simply low on water. Why it matters? Dehydration reduces blood volume, causing dizziness and low blood pressure when standing. It also impairs kidney function, cognitive clarity, and can aggravate constipation and urinary issues. Older adults regularly underestimate thirst and are more vulnerable to dehydration. What to do instead? Keep water by the bed and drink a full glass, about 200 to 300 milliliters, as soon as you wake. If plain water is unappealing, add a slice of lemon or a splash of juice. Follow with more fluids during the morning. Tea, milk, or diluted fruit juices count too. Practical safety. Avoid gulping very large amounts at once if you have heart or kidney conditions. Instead, sip frequently. Discuss fluid targets with your doctor if you have fluid restrictions. Habit 4. Staying seated too long after waking. Stiffness, weakness, and falls. Ruth, 71, loved sitting by the window with her slippers on for half an hour before moving. She noticed her knees and hips were stiff and she felt unsteady when she finally walked. Why it matters? Prolonged inactivity reduces circulation, joint mobility, and muscle activation. Over time, this leads to weaker legs and poorer balance, two main risks for falls. Falls are a leading cause of serious injury in older adults. Morning movement wakes the body safely and protects independence. What to do instead? Start with gentle activation. Ankle rolls, heel raises, seated marches, and then stand and walk for 5 to 10 minutes. Simple exercises. Stand from a chair 5 times slowly, march in place for 1 minute, or hold onto a countertop and do gentle squats. Balance practice. Stand near a chair and lift one foot as long as comfortable. Aim to build to 20 to 30 seconds over weeks. Microhabit. Set a timer for 10 minutes after waking to be up and moving. Even very light activity makes a measurable difference in strength and falls risk over months. Habit 5. Taking medications on an empty stomach. Absorption, irritation, and mistiming. Frank, 73, took multiple pills with his coffee while still on an empty stomach. He later experienced stomach upset and wondered why his blood pressure felt variable. Why it matters. Some medications irritate the stomach if taken alone, others need food to be absorbed properly. Conversely, some drugs work best on an empty stomach. Taking everything the same way each morning without guidance can reduce effectiveness or increase side effects. Polypharmacy, taking many medications, is common in later life and requires attention to timing. What to do instead? Review your medication list with a pharmacist or doctor. Ask which medications should be taken with food, which can be taken on an empty stomach, and whether coffee interferes. A safe approach is to have a small breakfast or snack before taking pills unless you are specifically told otherwise. Keep a pill organizer and a simple schedule posted to avoid mistakes. Safety reminder. Never change timing on your own for blood thinners, diabetes meds, or heart medicines without medical advice. Habit 6. Overloading on coffee or sugar. Quick energy, long-term strain. Linda loved 2 large cups of coffee each morning, and usually a sweet pastry. The boost felt good, but she noticed heart palpitations sometimes and dips in energy later. Why it matters. High caffeine, especially on an empty stomach, can cause jitteriness, dehydration, and raise heart rate. Sugary breakfasts spike blood sugar and then cause rapid drops, a roller coaster that leaves you weak, shaky, or confused. For older adults, these swings can trigger falls, heart rhythm problems, and poor overall energy. What to do instead? Have water first, then if you want coffee, keep it to 1 moderate cup and pair it with food containing protein and fiber, eggs, yogurt, nuts, or whole grain toast. If you enjoy something sweet, combine it with protein, fruit plus cottage cheese, or oatmeal with nut butter. Consider reducing added sugars gradually to avoid a rebound craving. Habit 7. Forgetting morning connection. Isolation that wears on the heart. Eleanor, 79, lived alone and started most days in silence. She says her mornings felt heavy and her motivation faded. After she began a 5-minute phone call with her sister each morning, her mood brightened and she felt more grounded. Why it matters. Social connection is a strong predictor of mental and physical health. Loneliness raises the risk of depression, cognitive decline, and even heart disease. Mornings are an excellent time to anchor connection. Brief, consistent contact strengthens mood and purpose. What to do instead? Build a tiny social habit. A daily call, a morning chat with a neighbor, a short walk with a friend, or a community breakfast once or twice a week. If mobility is limited, try a daily video call or a message thread. Pet care, watering plants, or reading aloud to a spouse can also provide the sense of companionship we all need. Putting it together, a practical, gentle morning routine you can start tomorrow. Here's a sample 30 to 45-minute routine you can adapt. It's realistic, not demanding. Wake and drink a glass of water beside the bed, 1 to 2 minutes. Sit up, do 2 gentle stretches and 3 deep breaths, 2 to 3 minutes. Move gently, stand, march in place, or walk around the room for 5 to 10 minutes. Light breakfast with protein, yogurt with fruit, an egg, or oatmeal, 10 minutes. Take medications as advised with or after food, 1 minute. 2 minutes of gratitude or a quick call or message to someone you care about, 2 to 5 minutes. This routine can be shortened or lengthened. The key is consistency. Small, regular actions build resilience. 7-day starter plan. Build one habit at a time. If that feels like too much, try this gentle week plan. Day 1. Add a glass of water first thing. Day 2. Add a 2-minute breathing or stretching pause. Day 3. Eat a small, protein-rich breakfast. Day 4. Walk or stand and move for 5 minutes. Day 5. Review medications with your pharmacist or check labels. Day 6. Reduce added sugar at breakfast by half. Day 7. Make one short social contact. Call, text, or hello. By day 14, these small changes will start to feel natural. How these habits add up over months and years. A simple explanation.